Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick's Christmas Countdown. Matt Atchity, Alonso Duralde. We're here every day until Christmas talking about 25 of my favorite holiday movies.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers!
Many of them featured in my book, Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas, now available from Amazon. Oh, look, who's this on the cover? It's John McClane.
Because nothing says Christmas like John McClane barefoot.
Let's talk about Die Hard.
Within this skyscraper high above the city, 12 terrorists have declared war.
They're about to be taught a lesson in the real use of power.
They're as brilliant
Because I am interested in the $640 million in your vault.
as they are ruthless.
But I'm telling you, you're just going to have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
Now, the last thing McClane wants
Think, damn it, think.
is to be a hero.
Where's Holly? Hey, Tucker! Where?
But he doesn't have a choice.
What does he think he's doing?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I am so tired of the internet asking if Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
It is as annoying as the people who thought they were being super smart by going, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's like, yeah, we know.
It is.
We get it.
Right.
Could we stop having this conversation? Die Hard is a goddamn Christmas movie. And I'm the expert, so I get to say so.
he literally wrote the book.
Yeah, you
on
write a
Christmas
book
movies.
and it's about Christmas movies and decide it's not, then we'll have that conversation. But until then, I have final say. All right, so this is, weirdly enough, based on a novel that is a sequel to the novel The Detective.
Which was a movie
In
starring
1968 with Frank Sinatra.
And at one point,
Contractually, Frank Sinatra had to be offered Die Hard first. Thankfully, he said no. Because
ring-a-ding-ding, motherfuckers. That'd be amazing.
1988 Frank Sinatra.
Oh my God, that would have been awesome.
Wow. Maybe if they'd like grafted his face on
Right.
something, like they do for I, Tonya.
Okay, so this is a movie, this is a classic example. This is one of the best examples of a movie that turned somebody into a star.
Oh yeah, no question.
Bruce Willis was,
he was big
hot.
on TV
He was
for
big on
Moonlighting.
TV, but one of the things, we've talked about this before, but there was a time that if you were a TV star, it was real hard to make the jump into movies.
Oh, yeah.
And if you were a movie star and went back onto TV,
It was
people
like,
in Hollywood were
oh,
I
that's
saw your
too
show.
bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. But that was kind of the brass ring. You wanted to get out of TV and into movies, and it was tough. It was real tough.
Bruce Willis had done 2 comedies for Blake Edwards, Blind Date and Sunset,
Right.
neither of which did all that well.
And there were a lot of stars who, around this era, didn't make the jump, right?
Oh, sure.
Tom Selleck, God love him, he
Mark
tried.
Harmon tried.
But Tom Selleck, at this point, still one of the biggest stars on TV,
Yeah.
never made this jump. And
Although, of course, famously he
Right.
couldn't do Indiana Jones because
so Bruce Willis has been doing Moonlighting, and he's got a little bit of notice, and he comes into this movie and blows everyone away.
And the thing is, when the trailers for this originally ran in theaters, people were like, "Ew, Bruce Willis," and the studio actually pulled the trailers, and they came up with a new poster that didn't feature him as prominently.
Right.
They were trying to be DL about the fact that Bruce Willis was in this thing. And then the movie was a huge hit, and it totally catapulted him into a whole new category. So I think that this is one of the great, if not the greatest, action movie ever made.
Absolutely.
I'll put it this way. It's certainly, I think, one of the greatest action movies ever written. I think it's got such a tight script. Like, if people talk about, when you take those screenwriting classes, they always look at Casablanca as sort of the perfect
Right.
thing. If you're writing a genre movie, I think you should be looking at Die Hard as the perfect script because all the loose ends make sense. The heist is brilliant.
Is this McTiernan directing?
McTiernan directing.
Right. So you've got a director that moves things along and can stage action really well. You've got a tight script that's funny and riveting. and
Jeb
exciting.
Stewart and Stephen E. D'Souza.
And then you've got a cast that can sell the script, right?
Totally.
You've got, okay, look, maybe Nureyev doesn't need to be in there.
No, not Nureyev.
I'm sorry.
Alexander Goodenough.
Good enough.
But he's good enough. He's got a face. He's
right,
got a presence.
Right. But Bruce Willis really sells this. It's a terrific performance that you immediately know who this character is. Hey, come out to the coast, have a few laughs. It's this guy. It's oh God, I'm the only one here. I guess I'm going to have to deal with
Yeah,
this.
it is. It's funny. I mean, this sort of spawned the whole Die Hard on a
Well,
blank
and
genre.
so that's right. I was going to get to that. That's one of the things that's really interesting about when we talk about how this movie holds up in a historical context and what a great example it is. For a decade,
Yeah.
every movie after this would get pitched as it's Die Hard on a blank, right? So Speed is Die Hard on a bus. You can't get out of it.
Die Hard on a hockey rink.
Right.
Die Hard on a aircraft carrier.
But the two big ones were Speed was definitely pitched as Die Hard on a bus, and
Under Siege.
Under Siege was Die Hard on a boat, and that gives you a sense of what the studio executives and marketing people were really trying to get.
And and there's a whole thesis to be written about how it ties into the army transitioning from the idea of being part of a team to an army of one, because it is about this one lone wolf who has to doesn't play by the rules, and even though the cops don't know what to do with him, but he's going to save the day anyway. But as you were saying, the cast is great here. Bonnie Bedelia obviously brings some heft to it.
Right.
Hart Bachner is hilarious and creepy. Reginald Vell Johnson. We get the double asshole of Paul Gleason and
Robert Davi?
No, from Ghostbusters.
Atherton.
William Atherton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And of course, we cannot forget the late, great Alan Rickman.
Oh, he's so good at
as
this.
one of the great movie villains ever.
So good, so charming, alternately terrifying and super charismatic.
And suave and funny
This is as good a villain as you've ever seen in a Bond movie or almost any other film.
Yeah, like when they cast British guys to play villains in American movies, this is what they're shooting for.
Yeah, he's so good in this. And then the smaller moments, when you get the FBI agents, Johnson and Johnson.
Right, yes.
Or is it Rick Dukeman?
In the manhole, yes,
Right.
I was going to mention him.
Yeah, for a while we were working out at the Rotten Tomatoes office was in the Fox Tower, Nakatomi Plaza.
Oh, nice! I temped there once.
Yeah, and so we'd go in, and I've been in that loading dock, which is where the limo was parked, and
Right.
the big truck had come in, and those elevators have those rivets in the doors, and you'd go in there and think like, oh, yeah.
No, whenever I drive by it, it's like a little.
Yeah.
It's a great LA landmark. You can't miss it. And why is it a Christmas movie? All right, it's a Christmas party for one thing.
Let's point out, it's important that it's a Christmas party, right? Because any other party would, I think, be unlikely to drag McClane out from New York to try
Absolutely.
and make peace with his wife and kids that have left him.
And on that note, it is a movie about an estranged husband and wife who settle their differences and rekindle their relationship at Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Gift wrap plays an essential role in the denouement of the film, and I would be willing to say that part of the brilliant heist scheme as laid out by Hans Gruber includes the fact that police presence in an area of town that is mostly offices is going to be diminished on a day that there's a holiday coming up.
Right.
So yeah, it's a goddamn Christmas movie, and it's a goddamn great Christmas movie. And Die Hard, it's great. You already know this. We're just here to
Watch it
confirm your
again
suspicions.
and enjoy how awesome it is.
All the
again.
Christmasness,
Yeah.
indeed. So thank you guys for watching. We're here every day until Christmas, and have a great holiday.